Hello all. Welcome back to Geek Feng Shui. I'm your host and game master, Bob Sellers Jr. Shout out to our friends at Chaotic Good Brewing here in Castle Manorville, Under Pressure in Golden Valley, south by southeast of beautiful Pine Island, or venues of similar nature near you and yours. Family, pet, kid, fun friendly. If you check out their respective websites or Facebook pages, you'll find events galore, food options available in and around. If you don't bring the fun, you can find the fun there. Game rooms, board games, card games, events such as Dungeons and Dragons and more, or you can limber up and do yoga on Saturdays so your friends and family and pets can watch you and make fun of you, because we all know yoga under the influence is not yet considered a crime in most legal areas. You know, there could be a black market in intoxicating yoga. One never knows. Just saying. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website, geekfengshui.com, and my channel here. We appreciate every like, subscribe, setting on the bell, and of course commentary, as long as you stay between the rails. Because as the trolls found out, those rails can be electrified. And trolls and horror to walk in fear eat Feng Shui, particularly so late main World of Warcraft. I didn't get on to do my usual cup of Feng Shui. I swear I'm sober. But it's Super Tuesday. So that means we should have
Greetings.
3.
What do you have today?
Nothing I can afford.
Have you got a con? I have just. Sources say some counting. I have to go. See you soon.
I was watching a show that had subtitles last night, so when you do that, it's kind of hard to multitask. And you know, I'm catching all my characters up, solidifying my leveling plans for them. So what I will do is when I continue on with the Trolls Shadow Queen, as voted by the Trolls, and yes, they did vote. Unfortunately for them, dislikes count as votes. For the Trolls. And for those trolls that don't understand the word clickbait and YouTube, they are on the wrong platform. Particularly so, they don't read before they click. As they say in Zombieland. All you can say is to them is, hey, want to play? So be it. Trolls are just people that are behind screens on computers that pretend to be bullies because they're not. They shroud themselves in anonymity because they're not brave enough to step out in the open and face people. And with trolls come troll clans. I think I've told the story off and on. One particular troll I ran into long ago, and again, don't know the person. I just experienced that particular player's. His character name and account name at the time was Triv. There are a lot of Trivs, so don't put them all into one kettle. This particular Triv liked to own the forums, and he and his petty minions
We'll have to do for now.
went on a bridge too far and messed with the wrong person, who in turn helped others see what they could do. Stop stupid tactics of being a bully. Online bullies are not tolerated. That was long ago, and I'm sure he's matured and moved on, and Small interruption, sorry about that. Thank goodness I discovered the boss. So anyway, with the trolls, they do their damage until they're properly thwarted, and then they run away. So they're like a rainstorm, an otherwise beautiful blue day. But as Triv learned, there are rules. And when you break those rules, there's consequences. But yeah, he and his minions were taxing to Blizzard when they said they had to assign one particular game master to one forum because of the activities those trolls had. And they kept getting banned.
I should be cautious around here.
Now, as far as this channel is concerned, they did what they did, and we've kind of recovered from it. With that being said, if you're to leave comments, and I check every day, we'll approve them and allow them to appear, as long as they're between the electrified rails. Taking cheap shots. And for those who don't understand the term, and I'll explain it, I would explain it with picture cards for the trolls, since they apparently don't understand that which they speak. Is YouTube is built kind of on what others might refer to as clickbait. What that means is it's designed to get your attention, but not mislead you into what you're doing or getting into. I give the example that another YouTuber gave, who dropped a ball off a dam and did a video of it. He didn't get a lot of views because he approached it as a scientist presenting a rule of physics, and he had some graph of a basketball going between two things. Well, somebody else took the video, posted it on their stream, and used the snapshot, which you can do. When you post a video, you can take part of the video and use it as a thumbnail. It said dropping a ball at the dam. And he got a lot of views. And YouTube recognized that it was kind of stolen, for want of a better term. And again, I don't know if I'm quoting that correctly, and they made some deal with him for monetization. I clearly am not monetized, and I probably never will be, but I was naive in the sense that when I have characters and I create videos, I make thumbnails that show the Wrath of the Lich King logo, and a character representation. Now, unlike, where am I? That's the next question. I guess I'm in town. I don't really want to be. So I'm going to get shot at. Clearly not in my best interest. we will go down here. I don't know how I got over there to go where I needed to go, but life isn't cool here. Anyway, I'm a writer. I have books you've seen me talk to them about from my website. And I learned that sometimes it's good to have physical representations of your characters. So over time, I've collected artwork, other people's artwork, and paid for the privilege to use it, which I generally don't have other than as a character board. When I made my thumbnails, I just made it, each character has their own, so I can visually know which character I'm doing the thumbnail for. Nothing more, nothing less. And some can be provocative. I tend to not do that because YouTube does have rules and guidelines. And anyway, I would say some are alluring, but then again, they represent the character, and whether you take it that way or not, it's entirely up to you. And so I have male or female, I have artwork they put together. It is artwork. Whether the trolls want to accept it as that is entirely their purview. But as they discovered, art is in the eye of the beholder. At any rate, World of Warcraft characters are not as well defined as they are here in Assassin's Creed by any shape of the word. They are as they are. People have you. I wouldn't necessarily use the word cartoony because I appreciate the work the artists have. My daughter went to school, got a degree in it, so I understand the amount of effort. And then when you're dealing with a platform where you have multiple players, detail can be a problem. But that being said, so where is this?
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
I don't know if I've done this one before. He's quite a ways away. Anyway, all was going fine. I mean, I made sure I had the Wrath of the Lich King, World of Warcraft clearly in the title and in the thumbnail. I just had artwork with the word description of what character and class. Then I came Bodicea, or Bodica, however you want to pronounce it. She's a real person in history. I'll look her up. She's kind of my hero. But she was an Irish queen. And back then, it was kind of in the Dark Ages, so as much as you might want to say Irish queen, she was a queen of the people that were there in that land at that time. So I don't know if you want to necessarily say Irish or not. I teach their own. Anyway, I picked the representation. To me, was one of the more innocent looking ones as a character representing for the thumbnail. Man alive, you'd think I used a topless model. And well, they went on a rampage of really bad commentary. They went on a dislike fest, not just of my Shadow Priest, but of the Diablo Priest website. It's like they said I use clickbait. Clearly on a platform that is designed for clickbait. Vis-a-vis the example I gave of a basketball dropping down off of a dam. So I was naive saying I don't understand why they're so upset, because I have had others that were, to me, more revealing. That particular And so I went back and changed it, and I kind of made it half, so she's half shadow now. And I said, I'm not going to retreat at all from them. They can do what they want. It's YouTube. And all I can do is play the game and try not to bore you with my videos. I have 13 characters in the Alliance and 3 in the Horde. I realize it gets kind of repetitious, so I'm trying to level up. But I will be using my Shadow Queen because the trolls have spoken. And their dislikes of her count as votes for likes. So, be that as it may, they have made their bed and soiled it, and I cleaned it up, and it is what it is. So, I will try to use Odysseia as the main.
Always a pleasure doing business, Avon. You should get that. Honestly. Yes, great purchase. Go on, give it a try. An excellent purchase. Nothing else?
I'll see you later, friend.
Always a pleasure.
But I've gotten almost all of them to Hillsbrand. I have a couple. What I will do on the last one, I'll leave the Paladin for last. She's my revenge on the troll, to be perfectly honest. And they will learn not to tweak the dragon. But I do appreciate likes on the videos. They mean a lot to me personally. And views and likes and whatnot. So it's work. I don't do stuff live, obviously, as you can see. I record it, post it later. But yeah, it's kind of fun. I enjoy sharing. And sometimes I show things that people may not be aware of. Who knows? I don't do a lot of dungeons, if at all. I may do some for video purposes. I tend to stay away from them because, to me, dungeons are a carryover in World of Warcraft, much like Diablo 4's dungeons, where you're required to do them. And I'm not keen on running dungeons because you have to do it with the team. Diablo 4, you can do it solo, obviously, or with a group if you do the multiplayer. But yeah. So when people start turning their nose up at people who are casuals, there's very flavors, much like endgamers. I'll use that. I turn my nose up at them, they turn their nose up at me, and so be it. We both play the same game our own way, and there's nothing wrong with either version of it. It's how you play it to get your enjoyment, particularly with Assassin's Creed or others like it. So with that, I will say check out our friends at Good Brewing here in Castle Manorville, Under Pressure in Golden Valley, and South by Southeast, and beautiful Pine Island, venues of similar nature near you and yours. Check out their respective web pages or Facebook pages for events, options, and other things to go enjoy with you and your family, whether you're going there to chillax or limber up on Saturdays here in Castle, where you can do yoga. Not going to judge if you drink before, during, and after, because as we all know, yoga under the influence is not yet a crime in most states. Just saying, it's entertainment, pure and simple. Check out my books at sellersjr.com, my overall website, geekfengshui.com, and this channel. Again, we appreciate and really look for the likes, intent, subscriptions, and setting of the bell, and commentary. Just remember, keep between those electrified rails, because we all know trolls and horde walk in fear. Geek Feng Shui, particularly here on White May. Have a good one. See you in the next video.